place like shop,
places to
place
get a
to
haircut,
get a haircut, place to eat, and the feeling in the whole world. I think it's really unique. It has a vintage kind of old-fashioned style to it
old-fashioned style to it
because they want to preserve this history in that era. And I think that's great. Also, many of streets in the old world are named after what they sell. For example, I think there's a street called like silver, handbag, and many of the things. So if you're talking about these streets, you can say a lot of streets are named after what they share. And yeah, the roads are narrow. There's quite a lot of people selling things on streets. You might like the food in Ho Chi Minh City. Another thing is the cost of living is relatively. It's more expensive than other places in Vietnam. But compared to Canada, or compared to many of the countries outside Vietnam, the cost of living is very good, very reasonable. Some cons would definitely be the traffic. The traffic sometimes is very stressful, very crowded. And I think that's the same in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City and many other big cities. Traffic a common problem with many big cities around the world. Pollution, and there are days where there is quite a bit of that if you can be inside. It's probably better to stay inside. And another thing is noise. So Hanoi is dense city. That means lots of people cross each other. And noise can be a problem. Sometimes you hear loud at like 3 in the morning. You can hear juniors if they have babies, you can. But they are all problems that every big city has. And most people will say, if you don't want to deal with noise, then just don't live in a big city. They have a point. But of course, going back to the pros, I think Hanoi is amazing energy. Like when I go outside on the streets, and there's people walking around, there are cars. There's energy, you can feel it. And that is one thing I really love about Hanoi. And that's one thing that when I go back to Canada in my hometown in Ottawa, we do not have that, at least where I live. Even you go, if you are downtown in Toad, it's not even close. So yeah, there's nice peace and quiet in Canada. But there's some awesome energy in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So now I'm going to talk about
the countryside.
and I never lived the countryside, but I've been out there a few times. So I will just talk about what I've noticed in the countryside. So in the countryside, of course, there's a lot more peace and quiet. Going to this place is a good way to get away from the hustle and bustle of a big city. And the people can be very friendly and be very welcoming, and they seem very happy. That's what I notice when I'm in the countryside. You know, many people have their own kind of small business where they live. Maybe they, of course, are farmers, or maybe they fix fire or sell food. And yeah, many of them seem just very happy. Another thing is if you live in the countryside, you probably don't need an alarm clock because there are the rooster and farm animals. We can call it livestock. That will probably wake you up at 5 or 6 a.m. But that one thing when I live in countryside or when I'm staying at a homestay it's kind of nice. I don't like waking up early, but when I wake up with nature, kind of in natural way, I feel like okay, it's not so bad because everyone is waking up. The whole area, the whole community is waking up together. Going to market to shouting. Just getting their life started. Just getting back to daily life. And I'm going to try to think if anything relates to the countryside. So one thing is in the countryside. Of course, the infrastructure is not as developed